Hello and welcome back to League of Legends. Alright, we're watching another recording, which was the longest fight of my life here, or certainly the longest fight I've had in League of Legends. This time I'm playing as Brand support here. We're just going to hit play just while everyone gets into positioning. Against a relatively weak bottom lane challenge here, but some really good players on the other team. Some really good players on our team as well. And so it ended up being reasonably long, this game. It went to 43 minutes. Now I'm playing Brand as a support character at the moment. So basically I'm there for additional damage and as a lane poke. Just trying to bully down the other team members, and you can see I'm just coming up here. That's me, Pooks, just to assist on what could have been an early damage down or possibly even a gank, but he ran away. And we're just going to help our jungler at the start, just get the leash here. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this game, so there was places where I got a little bit too overconfident, shall we say, and made some mistakes, and then some places where I was cheated of kills, and then other ones where I think I did a pretty good job. You know, I really enjoyed this one. Partially because looking back at it, or I've already watched this at least once. Well, once, not at least once. Looking back at it, you know, I learned a bit, basically. So as you can see, fairly standard start on both sides. Mids just kind of doing a bit of damage to each other. We've got the earlier leash here as well. So we've managed to get down south a little bit faster than the opposing team. And initially both myself and Dice have managed to poke each other. So I didn't actually know about that ability. I've played Misfortune a lot myself, but I haven't really played this guy or played against him or played with him. So it's been a learning experience from that perspective, but basically all I'm doing here is just trying to poke them up, damage them down, make sure... Also Harvestman has his own sort of pokey ability there as well. But a large part of that is just, okay, I want to keep pressure on these guys, get them down, force them to retreat if possible, or even get a kill is my main concern here. Occasionally I'll jump in and help out. Harvestman, really, my main thing here is I don't need to get the last hit on any of these. That's where we've got Misfortune going back already, even at level 2. And because she's going back so early, that's some gold that she's missing out on. And it's also some experience that she's missing out on. So this is our main thing here. And even if I just charge him slightly, he's running away, so he's playing it cautiously, which is exactly what you want to do in this situation, by the way. So fair play, he is playing well. And of the two bottom characters that we were up against, Dice was definitely the one who seemed to know a little bit more about what we're doing. I found that the Misfortune was maybe a little bit inexperienced in that their positioning wasn't great. And so maybe they were just learning to play. I don't know. I don't want to cast too much shade. Everyone's got to learn. And certainly I was that person, still am that person. So, but yeah, basically we're getting a few of those. I just got the third stack, which is meant that she's got an extra explosion, which also means that she is going to have to head back if she wants a reasonable chance of surviving here. Now she hasn't, of course. And now she is, so good choice by her. We're just continuing to push up against the turret. And get as much as that early plating gold as possible. And that's where we start getting a bit nervous. We haven't seen the jungler. He was actually up here, of course, so You know, no real need to get nervous, but it's always a good idea to make sure you've got your wards down and you have a good chance of just spotting a gank that's coming in. So the reason I'm pushed forward and not really doing anything here is I just want to make sure that Harvestman can farm in peace, and I'm pushing these guys back away as far as possible from him. And at this point in the game, I'm pretty confident that I can fend them off. They're scared enough of me that I can continue to do that. So Misfortune keeps on getting herself into a situation where she's vulnerable to my poke, or my W in particular, which is that big fiery explosion that you're seeing there. Now I think Harvestman maybe takes a few too many risks here, and he might go down as a result. I'm backing off because I'm down to half health here. I've got to keep. Yeah, we get a stun in. I jump up another level here. Basically a big skirmish here where we've had the upper hand to some extent. They've managed to get the clear off fairly well. Yeah, this is where Harvestman just pushes a little bit too far and dies to a damage over time there. So what I should have done here, this is where was start farming immediately. I'm still in engage mode or attack the enemy mode, and I really shouldn't have been. And then I realized, oh okay, my partner is actually dead. And so I think, okay, well, basically all I want to do here is try and give these guys hell. So even on that poke there, she thinks she scared me off. I come back down, she's just standing there, and I get a good W off on her. So again, could have been avoided. That arcane comet is continuing to spike down on them. And now that my friend is back, this is the time where I'm going to take the opportunity in a second, I think, to portal back. My health is low. I get the level upgrade, and I think, alright, I'm level 6. Got the power spike. I'll head back for the time being, make sure I don't die. In the meantime, Copper has been taking a bit of a beating from this guy. Certainly up the top, there's been a few ganks as well. So the push back to that turret, and that turret's been suffering a bit as well. So we've got a bit of disparity between the bottom and the top lanes at the moment, in that top lane is failing, mid lane is about equal at the moment, and in the bottom. Now the other opposing team actually does have more kills, and I think that remains consistent throughout the game, which is a really big lesson in that you're not here to farm kills, you're here to win a game. So you can still get a lot of kills on your side, but you can still lose. Now this is where I didn't put down a ward. I may not have had it up, I can't remember. There we are. Right, yes, I'm doing the good thing, doing the right thing. If I put it down earlier, I might have spotted him. At which point our jungler may have spotted him and come down and stopped him from getting that blue buff. So, aggressive enemy jungler. Oh, this is beautiful. This bit here. Oh, so close to getting that extra kill here. But so far. Now Echo was hanging around as well, but you know, with these guys backing off, he's backed off himself, which is a smart play by him. There was no way that he was going to get that gank. In the meantime, we're smacking down this turret. Got the guy in the middle asking for assistance, and I was considering jumping up to help him, but really that's our jungler's job at the moment. And he can fight under turret. You know, that's all he needs to do here is play a bit of a defensive game. In the meantime, our top guy probably needed more assistance than him. And I've spotted the incoming gank. We're running off here. I tried to assist. I missed my W there, which would have been the thing that made the difference. But the death blow, so to speak, of the bee, when he runs after him and explodes, managed to take out his ganker. So an eye for an eye in that case. Now I had a few bad runs there where I just walked into his, I don't know if it's what ability that is on him. Yeah, Mr. Bolt. Or maybe personal space, not sure. But I'm low enough health that I want to back off again, so that's what I've done. I'm back up here, and did I buy anything? Yep, I grabbed an Oracle Lens, so now that I have my... I've forgotten the name of it. My Ward Dropper, Frostbank. And then I've picked up the Oracle so I can clear the enemy wards as well. Now the reason why I'm taking this route down rather than just straight down is because I can see that, okay, my partner in crime is engaging them, having a bit of an ongoing fight here, so I want to come in from an unexpected angle, and I also want to drop down some wards, clear any wards, see if I'm coming in as a known factor. So we've got plenty of warning at the moment if there is a gank incoming. Harvestman retreats, which is a good move by him. He's very close to the end of his life. And I just keep on pushing up against this turret. Waiting for my next wave to come down. Go hide in the bushes. Get off W. This is a really beautiful thing coming up again. So now that I have my R, I get that off, get the R within range, that's going to bounce back and take him out. Now our misfortune runs away, starts channeling, but the Arcane Comet procs and just takes her out for a double kill. I didn't actually realize that had happened because I didn't have eyes on it. I just assumed my burning abilities or damage over time had procced and just taken it out, so I was pretty smug about that, but I didn't realize just how hilarious that kill was. So I was pretty happy that that's what ended up happening. Now we're about to be murdered as well. You can see we don't have eyes on these people coming down. We don't have a ward up here. I'm a little bit worried, so I do come up. I place that ward. I see him coming in. And then I try to get out of there, but I absolutely fail to do so. Fortunately, I do get my W down and take one of them down, but because I'm so low health, that happens. And without both of us taking it out, then yeah, we had no hope there. So I'm stuck on cooldown, and yeah, we have managed to take out this tower. However, while our towers are still up, so we grabbed the first objective, which is always nice. I'm thinking at this point that hey, the first thing I would do would be go for dragon, and it does seem like they are thinking about it. See, okay, that's there. I've probably typed that in chat. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can get the actual proper chat up on the recordings. Harvestman's gonna follow me around here as well. I don't know why he's at the bottom, but he is. Just farming away. Coming up, running around to try and get the gank on him. Now he does pretty good here. in terms of just jumping out of the way, and then this guy comes in for a kill as well, but doesn't manage to get one. There is going to be a continued skirmish up the top here, so I'm not willing to run away just yet. Managed to get him down a little bit. Oh, an echo, I think that is, yep. I didn't see those guys coming in, so that was a bit my bad. If I'd been a little bit more attentive, then maybe I'd have a hope. And now I'm trying to go after him, and then I've realized, that's not good up here. And it's amazingly persistent, that guy. And I'm not sure if I got a kill down the bottom here or not. Yeah, I think I'm coming up on a kill now. So blue team's signaling around here. They're checking it out. I spot him and go, hey guys, I'll take the dragon assist here. And I get the shutdown as well, which is always a nice bonus when you do manage to clock that. I'm thinking about my options, I'm pretty sure at the moment. Oh, no, I'm up here. I'm on the go. Wrong one. Failed to follow myself. Now, I wasn't expecting when I came around a corner here, so this was... Oh, hi there. I get the kill. I realize, hey, there's more of them. That's not a good thing. Run back. Managed to get that W off there. He jumps over. I tried my R there, but it didn't bounce, or anything to bounce off, but fortunately the damage over time managed to take him down. So, yeah, probably procced it a little bit earlier, but at the same time, it did actually get the kill for us. Now, Misfortune is, for some reason, standing in the grass. I think she's hoping that it's going to save her, or hide her, when she's doing that sort of thing. It doesn't. I missed my... I really didn't anticipate well. She opens with her R, but we're able to take it down pretty quickly, so it doesn't really matter. I'm placing wards, maybe? No. I'm thinking, I'm still worried about Dragon. There we are. Here's Echo. I don't find their ward here. I'm just going to take that out. Harvestman has realised I'm up here. He was thinking, hey, let's take the dragon. But nah, not with those guys hovering around. I'm trying to come up here to assist. And yeah, I'm running off at this point. Are we coming up on a kill? I think we might be. Here comes. Here they come. I end up having to flee there. I get the R off, which is always nice, and take down two of them. That R on Brand is great. You can just drop it, and if they're low enough health, then you're just going to bounce them down to oblivion. Again, I get a W off on Misfortune here. And here we go again. Now Harvestman at this point really needs to go back. And I've also decided, hey, I'm low enough health that I'm not sure that I really want to be around anymore. And that's the main thing, really, is the thing that I've learnt so far is unless you've got mad healing abilities or some ability to heal yourself, you really should take the opportunities when you can to go back. Just grab your health, spend your gold. feeling any kind of doubt, you really should back off. Take the opportunity to back off. Now there ends up being a big fight down here as well because they've managed to take the dragon. But see that's a bad R. That was a bad R. Let's slow that down here. There's a lot going on, right? So I'm coming down. Get my W off. That clips Misfortune. I'd spent my R in here, but there was nothing around to bounce the R off. So I can act as a bounce for the R, but my other teammates cannot. I'm trying to get out of the field of fire while still remaining viable in the fight. Copper's going to go down here. And I'm pretty sure that I maybe overplay my hand here. Yep, I do. Bad option. And that hammer, bam, there goes me. And they get the shutdown. So that was a little bit chaotic, and they had the better positioning, which ultimately meant, oh, so close. That would be hilarious if one of these guys got him. Fortunately, in the meantime, this guy was just working down a tower, I'm pretty sure, which was always good. Always good to do a split push. Everyone's kind of distracted with the big fight. Then one of your team members, who's not necessarily essential to that fight, or doing some good work, will come down and push a tower. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm down here fighting someone off, and so I should get him. There we go. Now I'm going to wander down, trying to help out Harvestman, but he was, yeah, beyond gone. If I'd hit the W, they're after Copper instead. That was a bad R by Misfortune there. I'm coming up, realize I'm in bad position here. I'm going to use my stasis. They keep hammering, which enables Copper to sneak in and just get a kill, even though I'm going to die. He managed to sneak one in, and then he's running for his life, which is a good play. Which is a really good play. Run for your life in that situation. In the meantime, we are continuing to knock down this additional turret. So Sin of Greed and Yoda, I'm going to call him Yoda, I know it's longer, but have been really good players in that they're keeping their eye on the big game while we're skirmishing, and have been, you know, just knocking down turrets, using this guy to do some excellent damage. Look how quickly it knocks down those towers. And then this guy is going to continue to push down. I'm on the right hand side doing some skirmishing against Misfortune, who's trying to get a leg up on us. That takes down half a damage, which is HP I should say. I'm chasing her down. She's trying to be a bit sneaky. It was a bad placement on the W, I think. But these guys are sweeping around the corner there and take her out. And now she's signaling saying, hey guys, there's people everywhere. So we came so close to getting that inhibitor at that run as well. That will go down later on as well. I know, spoilers, but... And what we're doing here is just continuing the push. In the meantime, this guy... bad placement on the trap. Unfortunate, because it would have been a very nice gank, but... In the meantime, we're going along here. This was probably a little bit overextended. They knew that we're pushing here, they're signaling off. I've placed wards, but from memory I don't think it's going to be enough. I get a couple of tower hits too. which isn't the best. And yeah, some bad placements on my stun there. I think I didn't fail to get that stun. That means that I go down from there as well. So again, overextending was a bad idea, especially when I knew that there was some activity going up in mid lane. I could spot that. I had plenty of time to spot it, even if I didn't. So continuing to push up that direction was maybe a bit of an overplay. And you can see in the minimap now, I've respawned. I'm headed down mid I've spotted this fight and I'm just coming down to help basically. Thinking Copper might need some assistance. At this point, it looks like everyone's backed off. So basically I'm going around trying to spot and clear any wards. And sneaking back in here, drop a ward on the bottom here, and then I can see, okay, if you're gonna run, he didn't continue to run, of course, which was a little bit unfortunate. I was really hoping that he would run down this way. I'd get maybe a stun off on him, and that would be that. In the meantime, yeah, I'm wandering around, dropping wards. He's signaling that there's people around. I get that, and we're going to come down and meet them in the middle. In the meantime, I didn't realize that this was happening until it was a bit late for me to really assist too much on Harvestman. These guys have run in the meantime, because this guy is a beast. Just putting it out there. I do get the stun on him. Managed to dodge his ability there as well. At that point, that stun was lucky, because otherwise he would have finished me off. I'm coming back around, just trying to help push off. Managed to get him down to half health, at which point both me and Yoda are heading back to base to heal up. So fairly inconclusive skirmish. We got one down, and he's got 30 seconds to spawn. So it's a win for us, but we did get a lot of life loss there from multiple champions, forcing us to go back a little bit. In the meantime, they are taking the dragon, which is a good play by them. And look at us, all angry. Oh, how dare you take dragon? How dare you? Now, bad mistake to push at that point from Misfortune. There was an R that does manage to take out Harvestman. I managed to get off a kill, well, an assist here. It wasn't my kill, unfortunately. And so mostly what I was doing there was assisting. And then this guy comes in thinking, hey, we can take him. I stun him. And then that's it for him. He's going to burn him down here. A lot of shielding and a lot of health there. And in the meantime, we know that most of them are dead. So the only one alive is Echo. And so we're going, okay, we'll take the Baron for your dragon. Now we take the time to pursue here, and again, in hindsight, not the best decision. We had been just pummeled down by the Baron, and our resistances would have been low. I think that's what that debuff there is. So yeah, that wasn't the best outcome for us. Fortunately, unbeknownst to them, this is happening. Unbeknownst to all of us, actually. I'm dead at the moment. I'm just looking around and it's like, oh, okay. Inhibitor's going down. That's cool. So that happens. And they're too late to stop it. In the meantime, they're pushing up on our top tower. I'm staring at that thinking, that's not great. I am 6 seconds off respawn. So at the moment I was just coming down here to ward off, basically if they were going to flip down and come down to the center. Then I wanted to know what was happening. That didn't end up happening, of course. I'm thinking at the moment we want to push mid a little bit, so that's what I'm going for. Yeah, desperately flagging out in the middle. I think it's Misfortune doing a lot of their shot calling. Unfortunately, our jungler did a bit of an invade there that was maybe a bad decision. Something, can we do anything? No, not really. But I really want the tower kill, so I continue on this tower despite it being a bit of risk. And then I'm wandering up north. Now, where I go wrong here is, that was a good play. What I should have done is loop back around. Instead, I chose to go up. Even then, I could have gone left. And so this is where I get into a fight. I drop my R, I put my stasis up. And yeah. Could have gone for my W then. That probably would have won me the fight. Or at least do enough damage to take him out afterwards and call it a draw. Unfortunately, I don't. So a little bit of bad microplay, and it's always hard as Brand when you're in that melee situation. So it's normally about this time that the game has been done. So normally in a standard match I've found by this stage, or earlier, depending on how steamrolled people were being, usually your game is ending. However, we're still 10 minutes off the end, and that's a lot of time in League of Legends. Alright, so we've had a bit of a melee. They're coming in to try and clean up, and they do to an extent. Fortunately, I get my R off here, and they're both going to explode, and that kills both of them. So that R bounce stacking up Brand's passive. So his passive means that 3% max health damage. Oh, yeah, that's where I fail to finish off the clean. But that 3% max health damage, it can stack up to 3 times and then explodes on them. So that's, you know, that's 9% of their health, which, if they're low like that, it's pretty good. Not to mention the additional damage that you'll continue to do. He absolutely fails to take that dragon. I didn't realize that was happening, because I was dead. In the meantime, this is happening. So they're clearing their mobs, trying to get rid of all these additional inhibitor guys. I think that was our last one as well. For now. I'm thinking, ooh, dragon. And they're thinking, ooh, dragon. So I see them coming down. I'm going to start skirmishing at this point. But this guy just goes all in. I'm like, okay. That's what we're doing then. And we managed to burn them down. Now at that point, I really wanted to stick around for dragon. But these guys are going, hey, let's go down here. In the meantime, this guy is pushing our own turret. This is where I could have been a bit more decisive, so I start channeling, thinking, yeah, I want to get back. And the frickin' dragon pull zaps me. And I think, okay, hey, we really need to protect this area here. We need to stop our inhibitor from dying. That's really important. We come in. He gets a bit of a run out. So that ability, by the way, it means that he's shadowed, so we can't actually see where he is. Fortunately, I get in there, managed to blink up, so I had enough range to take him out. Now they're saying, signaling, hey, let's go for another Baron. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll give it a shot then. I'm dropping wards. In the meantime, they're actually taking down that Hextech dragon. So jump in. It's starting to shoot good old acid at me here. But yeah, that brand. 21.49% max health magic damage to surrounding enemies. So where two of them blow up near each other, that's huge amounts of damage. Huge amounts of damage. So basically, if you're standing around when you've been smashed by Brand a bit, either through his R bouncing between different characters or the blaze stacks, then basically everyone on the opposing team becomes a huge landmine to each other. So if you're playing against Brand, spread out. Spread out as much as possible. Because otherwise, if he managed to get enough stacks up on you, then he's going to ruin your life. He's going to ruin your day. Coming up in the middle here as well. I get my R off. It only gets one bounce though as well, so that was a bit disappointing. Trying to take down this jungle guy before it takes down. Yep, he dies anyway. Yoda, unfortunately. Fortunately, our guys are all buffed now, so we're pushing mid. It looks like our guys on the left here will do a nice number on them as well. I don't know what this guy was doing, but it wasn't healthy for him. And what I'm really hoping for here is if we can get an inhibitor, so that's why I sneak around the side, see if I can get that. I think that was a shot call from this guy here. Hadn't actually realized that he was dead at that point, so I come in, do a bit of damage. I did get the kill on Misfortune, I wasn't sure that I had. And basically playing retreat at the moment. I miss my fireball. Yeah, that was a bad decision by me. But I couldn't really see any way of me getting out of there alive. I didn't know that Yoda was coming to save me. So if I had, I probably would have continued to run maybe. See if I can get the bounce. In the meantime, we do have our super minions coming down. I'm still dead. The cooldown time is horrible now. Every second feels like a lot. That's why we really, especially late game, you want to just survive for another day. So the opposing team are really good players here as well. You know, they're getting some really good kills in here. So that's kind of what I liked about this game, is that while there were some mismatches on lanes maybe, by and large I felt like it was a fairly balanced game. In that, hey, they've taken down a turret, turret here, they nearly got the inhibitor. We're just, I guess, a little bit lucky in that just by pushing this lane, we seem to have gotten a little bit of an advantage. I got my R off there, which did some beautiful things, and got Echo there, and we can see that he's resurrecting, so that's why we're hanging around. He managed to get the stun on me, which was not pleasant. And he managed to kill me before he took him down. So that was a pretty good resurrect play by him, I have to say. And Misfortune running away at that point was a good decision. It looks like she's getting a little bit greedy. One of the things you can do with more Misfortune with Dragon up and the likely opposing team is just drop a ward if you can. And then wait for them to get it low, and then use your R to smash out the dragon, but also ideally the rest of the enemy team. Unfortunately for them, we've come in here. In the meantime, these super minions are having a good go. They've taken down a turret here as well. And then we get the dragon kill as well. So things are tilting in our favor. The kill score is about even. We are higher on the gold count as well though. So we got more monies. Unfortunately, do I manage to get down for the end here? I'm not sure that I do. I think we're going to see a surrender soon. We managed to take out the other inhibitor, so that's 2 inhibitors down on their stage. This is not a position that you want to be if you're in the opposing team. Basically, we're moving to a siege mode now, or we should be. They're trying to push back in the center. We're instead going down the side. I can see he's running down the side here as well, so that's why I'm shadowing. Comes in, get the Q, get off on him. He's stunned, he's dead. I think I tried with an R there and it was just very unsuccessful. Misfortune, bad positioning there. And just not abandoning it as well, just hoping someone will wander into your R is... It's admittedly a really hard ability to use. Now, some of our players are really low here, so I'm trying to push him back. Get my R off on him again, but again, nothing to bounce off. I was kind of hoping that it might bounce off Misfortune. And I'm pushing in. These guys are just actually hey, let's end this, we're sick of it. And that's game. So the end was really sudden as well. But I really enjoyed that game. There was a little bit of push and pull. There were some areas where, you know, if we managed to take down that that inhibitor, we potentially could have been on the defensive for a long time there. And the game could have gone a really different direction. So GG for all players involved. I think some players on both teams could have improved. I know that I could have, but overall, really nice game. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this replay. I'm still not brave enough to do a live stream of this yet, But if you did enjoy the replay, please drop me a like, leave me a comment below. It really helps me out. And I really appreciate if people are enjoying things, that I get some feedback around that. Otherwise, if you even want to drop me a subscribe, that would be appreciated. Oh my God, a YouTuber asking for a like and a subscribe. What's the world coming to? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this run through, and I'll see you in the next one.